tree, got the hemp, got the flare. I'm gon' lean in this chair, about to put this in the air. A little bit of that best way to smoke in the air, nigga. A little bit of that best way to smoke in the air, nigga.
You know me, got the tree. What's up with y'all out there? This is Big J, and this is Best Way to Smoke. Make sure I said that wrong. Hold on. What's up with y'all out there? This is Best Way to Smoke, Unfiltered, and I'm Big J. Make sure you stay elevated.
What's poppin', y'all? C Poppy, professional hype woman. Happy Monday, everybody. How are we feeling?
Happy Monday. I'm feeling good though. You know what I'm saying? I've been like on a little timeout for about an hour. You know what I'm saying? On a little timeout. You know what I'm saying? Because Pop was knee deep in some pork. You know what I'm saying? Getting a little pork. She was knee deep in some pork. So you know what I'm saying? I was on standby, just patiently waiting. You know what I'm saying? For my partner to come through.
My bad, my bad. Pork ribs, to be exact. Pork ribs. Those knee deep in some teriyaki pork ribs.
Okay, so
they're cooking right now.
Okay, so they not marinating?
They were marinating.
Oh, so they cooking.
They're cooking.
Okay. So how you cooking them? You got them on the grill? They smoking or are they in the oven? You know what I mean?
So originally I wanted to do it in the oven with the dry rub because that's how I like it the best. I like to put my sauce on the side with a nice little dry rub, but I'm like, it's hot as hell in the house. It's
right.
Hot as hell, and I don't have an outside grill.
Right.
So bust the crock pot right out like somebody's auntie right quick. Switched up the recipe to a little teriyaki sauce. And bust them right in there.
So what's the size? What's going with it?
I'm doing some roasted broccoli, keeping it simple. I need more green veggies. I definitely don't need no more pork, but I need more green veggies. So I was gonna do some rice, but I'm like, no. By the time no. Huh?
Why not the rice? That's a good mix with that. That's with the broccoli, the teriyaki, because you can put the teriyaki sauce on the rice and shit. You know what I'm saying?
I know that shit would be fine. Oh, that would be fun. I might rethink it.
Yeah.
Stop. Because I'm trying to get right by my birthday. I got 2 months to get this waist snatch.
Man.
2 months. And I love me some rice. I can eat it every day, but I'm not. I gotta cut it out every now and then.
Eat some of the wild rice.
Either way, it's a carb.
But no, it's different though. The black rice, you had black rice before?
Yeah, I've had wild rice.
Yeah, but that's different. It don't have all that. It don't have all that extra shit. It's more on the grainy. You know what I'm saying? On the grains type deal than the starch and all that.
I wanted to do just some roasted veggies because the teriyaki with roasted veggies is also fire.
Yeah, that worked. Well, yeah, with the broccoli, yeah. You should have had like a whole little stir fry with the veggies. You know what I'm saying? Like
Stop it, Big J. I'm trying to cut you. Waste 2 months.
It's just more vegetables.
No, don't encourage my shenanigans. You know I will go in.
Man,
don't encourage me. Encourage the pullback.
But that's not a bad. That besides being knee deep in the pork, you know what I'm saying? The rest, that's not a bad meal though. You know what I'm saying?
It's not, but I could tend to have like a high protein diet, so I'm not trying to do high protein and carbs. You know what I'm saying? I don't even try to do high protein. It's just like, you know what I'm saying?
It's just what it is right now.
It is what it is, right? So, and my meals always be off. Sometimes you be seeing me eating rice, beans, avocado. You're like, where's the protein?
Right. No, I don't because the protein in the beans and the fiber in the protein.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. That was Cuzzo.
That was Cuzzo. Yeah. I understand around this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I have an understanding. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I'm not even gonna lie. I was knee deep in this pork.
Man,
I got me 3 racks. I was like, I'm not cooking for a minute.
On everything, but yeah. Three racks. That's damn, Pop.
But I'm saving one. Hold on.
Wait.
Hold on. Listen.
Okay.
The one Costco had a deal.
Okay.
Costco had a deal.
Shout out to Costco.
I got 3 racks for $32. Don't play.
Okay.
That's a steal. And I got one to the side in case it gets cool this week, so I could bust one in the oven.
Oh, okay. You got one put to the side. So you got 2 racks that you're gonna fuck up through the week. So with them 2 racks, it's about what you get on the rack. It's a whole rack.
It's like 13, 11, 13 bones
on each
on a
rack.
Mm-hmm.
And that's so damn. So you going through about
Don't play with me, because listen,
you going through about 4 ribs in each serving then.
But hold on, I'm gonna mix some with my breakfast. I'm gonna have a little egg. We're gonna have a little scramble or something, you know. I'm gonna have some of my broccoli. Like we're gonna have chop battles every night, every day to figure out what we're doing with these ribs.
Oh, so it's somebody else.
I might make rice one night.
You the only one eating it, though, or is other people?
I'll share. I come across people all the time. I'll share. Next question, Big J.
Y'all peep pop out though. She said she'll share if she got to. That's basically what she's saying.
I got to.
If she got to share, she'll share. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man. Coco, you hear these? Coco don't eat pork.
Right. Oh, Coco don't fuck with the pork.
Nah, see, Coco's diet is cleaner than anyone I ever knew. My baby girl.
So you keep Coco right though. But yeah, let's get into it though, man. Look, Rick Ross had a statement for the dispensaries, like the legal dispensary market. Did you see that that post? It was on High Times, but Rick Ross said a little something that got a few people like, what?
Let's hear it.
Let's check it out.
Let's hear it.
Let's check it out.
Dispensaries, them shits could be chained up. We wouldn't miss them at all. One time for the black market, one time for the underground, one time for the ones that's making it happen on the side of their granny house.
So look, before I dig in, what do you think about what he just said right there, though, Pop?
I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. I'm sorry. I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. With the way the industry's been going, excuse me as I chew on my Jolly Rancher. But
look, hold on, look, the Jolly Rancher is knee deep in pork flavor.
Bye.
But go ahead though. But go ahead.
Ew. It's grape, actually. It's great.
It's like knee deep in pork. Okay. But go ahead though, Pop. Go to get that up. What you think about what Rick Ross said? I said Rick.
Wrong with it. I feel like there's nothing wrong with what Rick Ross said.
Okay.
With how things have been going in the industry, things getting pushed back, you know, the big old like snatch and grab game, because it is a money game and there's people being played out here in the legal market. Shout out to Granny's house. Shout out to Granny's house.
Man. But I look a little knee deep into what he said though. You know what I'm saying? Like if dispensaries close down, it don't matter. Like basically if they chain them up and close them down, it don't really matter though, right? But when you really think about it, I think for him to have a sentiment like that, to say something like that in the climate of certain change and things that's going on with the cannabis industry and us in especially in California, kind of knowing how shit hits, I think it's a little. I understand it and I get it, but I think it's a little bit out of bounds, though. You know what I'm saying? Because
why is that?
Because there's a lot of dispensaries that's struggling right now. That's trying to keep their doors open. That has quality flower, you know, quality products and different things like that. But they're put like shit. Look, hand to the fire type deal. Because if you look at if you go shop, even go in the shop online, right? you'll see the excise tax that's attached to your purchase. You know what I'm saying? You get the regular tax, and plus you see the excise tax that's attached to your purchase. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I think it's a lot going on in the industry, and for somebody, you know, that has a platform like Rick Ross to put them dispensary, like to put dispensaries in a place like that, it's kind of foul in a way though. Nigga fuck with the brand. I fuck with dispensaries, and I fuck with and I do mess with Granny. You know what I'm saying? I do mess with Granny out. You know what I mean? But I
see what you mean. I see what you mean, and I hate that like businesses today has to get a cosign for like that marketing, or like they need that influencer really like puts a stamp on certain things. Like I wish people would think with, you know, have their own mind in a sense. So I see what you mean, because it's like, yeah, it's a struggling industry right now for this dispensaries anyway, you know. I get it, but that's also because I just feel like the government's forever going to play that game. It's like, why are you going to kick and scream for some change to be done? Like, it's like running your head into a brick wall over and over and over and over and over. That's how I feel. I feel like it's sad for what's going on here, but if get a living how you're going to get a living.
Right.
I mean, that's all that's as far as I'm going to say with that statement, because allegedly I don't know shit. But it's just like, it's sad. It's sad. You just gotta kind of get it how you live in a way, like, you know. So
yeah, you do. I mean, it's always a way to have you know, different twists and different things that you can kind of put together, but just coming from the perspective of like I said, somebody that actually, if I'm not mistaken, he has a brand or something like that, though, a cannabis brand and stuff like that. So if you dabbling in this industry where you're not, yeah, you might be able to dump it on the side of Granny house, but for you being a businessman, you're a businessman, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got the wing stops and the chicken and this. What if people start saying, oh man, if wing stops close down, who gives a damn about wing stops? We gonna go to Buffalo Wild Wing. You know what I'm saying? So
but him being in the industry, he probably sees exactly why it's some bullshit. That's probably why he's speaking about it. He's probably speaking about it from experience. Sometimes we go back and forth with the same thing. Like, we'll be like, you know, we're full ground support of this, that, XYZ, and then some bullshit happens, and it's just kind of like, well, fuck it then. Like, right. It's an emotional roller coaster. So sometimes it's like, well, fuck it then. You know, like, you're not necessarily saying give up, but like, again, how long are you going to keep running into this brick wall until you just...
Let's look at this. Look at what the nigga said though. Listen to what he said though. Hold on, let me crack this.
Dispensaries, them shits could be chained up. We wouldn't miss them at all. One time for the black market, one time for the underground, one time for the ones that's making it happen on the side of their granny house.
What up, Long? Hey, look, what up, Long Beach, Carlos? I hope you just seen the clip though, but we right now what we talking about is what Rick Ross just recently said from that statement as far as dispensaries. If dispensaries close down and lock them doors, it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? We wouldn't miss them anyway though. And you can just get it on the side of Granny house.
I feel like that's just saying though, like, we were here before the dispensaries, we're going to be here after. It just depends on perception, like perspective, and how you want to take it. Like, regardless, we're getting this money. Like, regardless, it's not going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's an attack on dispensaries anyway. So are we going to be like I give it to the ones who are in the front line, but the ones who want to cut up too, I'm not even mad at.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at, like, you know.
Hey, look, Long Beach Carlos said Rick Ross is the police officer for sure. You know what I'm saying? We know, and he said nope, the homie got better deals. Look, we know that though, right?
Better deals with what?
With the product. You know what I'm saying? With the tree. So we know the homie got better products though. But this is what I'm saying though with this though. You know what I'm saying? You want to
see businesses succeed.
Based off what he said, though, I think it's wrong. Yeah, I think it's wrong in the climate that that we in to have a voice and to actually be on High Times, a High Times interview saying that though. We all get it though, especially us that come from the streets and have an understanding of it. You know what I'm saying? We all get the fact that, yeah, you can get a better deal here and there though. But there is a fight going on. We don't know which way the fight is going to go, but there is people that's owning these businesses that's trying to flourish in their business. And like I said on a couple shows ago, like, you can still go support a business, a dispensary. You don't have to go spend, high power, you know what I'm talking about? But they got, that's why a lot of these dispensaries have deals and different things that, help your pockets a little bit though, with dealing with these taxes and stuff like that. And I'm gonna keep it 100 though, just like when these dispensaries came out. Go on and do go on and hit a couple different ones and get the first time buyer deals. You know what I'm saying? It's always
friend deals.
Yeah, it's always some kind of deal going on at 420 pull up or whatever the hell it is though. You know what I'm saying? But they do tax the fuck out of Long Beach Carlos said they tax the fuck out of you. They do.
And I just don't believe, well, this is the thing. I just don't believe in paying taxes for my bud. Like, it's just crazy. Like, people was just getting arrested for this. Now you want to tax us? Like,
man, the BOGO deals. Yep, I was thinking about that though.
It might sound like, and I'm sorry, it might sound like some ignorance how I'm saying it or whatever. I'm just saying, like, get it. It's like, it was here before the government legalization is going to be here after.
So now, yeah, that's a fact though. But let me ask you this though: Do you know people that maybe own the dispensaries or work for dispensaries?
Yeah, I worked for a dispensary, a young gentleman who was in his 30s who owned the property the dispensary was on. He was busting ass trying to get a sale every day, every week, every hour. I was there in the trenches. I was right there. It was like, it was rough.
So
he was strict on compliance too. Strict on compliance. And that got us nowhere. Got us nowhere. Like,
so with your sentence, this is what I'm saying though. With this, the cannabis industry, as far as business, it's been around for a few years now. So what I'm saying is this though, Pop, with the people that that love the industry, that's in the industry, that's working in this industry, in the dispensary. So for Rick Ross, just say Rick Ross had that statement, and just say if he had the power based off that statement, a gang of dispensaries closed down. And with that being said, but what I'm saying though, this is a hypothetical, and just saying the people that are affected by that though, you know what I'm saying, and lose their job, lose their businesses and shit like that. But this is going on right now, even without his statement though. So that's
my point.
Right, but it's definitely going on.
It's been going on. I just look at his words as I just see how he said it differently. Just because I just have that little sense of don't give a fuck. Like, I see how I don't see it as him being like throwing shade at it. I feel it's, if anything, it's like he's like gassing it up. Like, if you could have these doors open legally, but if times get hard and you got to sell them packs out your car, then that is what it is. Like,
no, he said at Granny house. Yeah, he said Granny. Now, now, hey,
look,
now you slide. Look, now you slide to Granny house. Look, now you slide to Granny house, and like he's an officer, right? So he might be trying to help.
I'm not even.
Listen though. No. Listen though. He's an officer, so he might be trying to get niggas to get caught up on the side of Granny house. You know what I'm saying? Distributing the woo-wop. You know what I'm saying? So you got to have a deep understanding on what's really going on though. So there's a lane. Yeah, for sure.
Isn't that way different from an op? That's not a cop.
Man, that's a cop, man. He walking the beat. He walking the beat
with a pension.
He walking the beat in the prisons. You know what I'm saying? He walking the beat in the prisons. He's a cop. You know what I'm talking about? He's a cop. Officer Ross. You know what I'm saying? So he might be trying to paint a picture for motherfuckers to get caught up and go to jail. So now if the dispensaries close, it's not gonna be legal to sell weight on the streets, which it goes on. We know that though, but it's just more opportunity for niggas to get booked. You know what I'm saying? Marijuana madness. You know what I mean?
I see what you mean. You're like, keep it.
It's a lane.
I see what you mean.
Yeah, it's a lane, right?
It's a lane. It's a lane.
The cannabis industry is a lane. It's a lane.
It is a lane. It is a lane. And I shout out to that lane, support that lane. I also support those who want to create their own lane by all means necessary. That's all I'm saying. Like,
look,
I could go to the dispensary and grab something.
We do not. Best way to smoke. We do not.
That's what I'm saying. You asked me my opinion. You wanted to get deep into it. I told you to stop earlier.
We do not support on the side of Granny's house. You know what I'm saying?
I support those who are trying to get it, but like I'll purchase from a dispensary. I also purchase if someone's selling their mixtape out their trunk. You don't need. I don't know. I support entrepreneurs on all scales. Me personally, I'm speaking for myself. Nobody else. And that's only because of the fuckery, like the loops and stuff people have to go through. Like, keep trying. You know.
And you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy with this post right here though. I was reading through the comments, right, and there was a lot of dispensaries and dispensary owners that was in there saying, some people we know too, that was in there saying, oh, we won't be supporting this magazine. We won't be getting this. We won't be getting this edition. You know what I'm saying? Ooh. So, because you gotta really think about it. It's just like whatever your lane is. You got a lane, Pop. You got a lane. You selling tacos. You got the tacos cracking and shit though. Now, a motherfucker come and say, oh man, tacos is garbage, man. Let's get some burritos. You know what I'm saying? Let's do something different or whatever. I get it. They shitting on your lane. They shitting on what you doing and shitting on your lane. And it might cause, just say out of 10 people, right? Out of 10 people, it might cause 2 or 3 people to go get a burrito. You know what I'm saying? So,
no, and I Big J, I get it. But I've just always I'm just one who has my own mind. I don't look up to these people. They don't sway me no which way. That's me personally. I know there's other people who think like me. I know the majority is not necessarily like that. I'm speaking for those who think like me.
You don't look up to what people? You talking about like Rick Ross and shit though? Like what they say?
He's not gonna make or break how I shop. He's never going to make or break how I shop. My favorite artist isn't gonna make or break how I shop. I'm gonna do what I want to do when I want to do it and why I want to do it. You know, it's just how I feel personally. You know what I'm saying? You know, and again, I'm not saying I don't support what these dispensaries are doing, but it's just I'm not shading the other whoever's getting it how they're doing because it's just you know, we got the people in the front lines. I like to call them the Marines, the Navy SEALs. Right. Being these guinea pigs to this new gray area of taxation when it comes to cannabis and all this other stuff. They're going through hell and high water. Like I said, I was there. I was there in the trenches with the company I was working for. Right. And it's some bullshit. They do everything they can and they be like, oh, we need this green. You get it green. They're like, just kidding. We need it back red. And you're spending thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands. It is a strategic way to drain your pocket and not let you succeed. I just have a very controversial way of seeing it. I just feel like it's not made for people to succeed. If you look at the numbers, some people are doing very, very well. But like you said, big business has came in and they're the only ones kind of you know, we didn't want that. You know, we support our homies. You know, we support our people. Right. We go to the pop-ups. We buy at the shops. We've been out there supporting media, all types of stuff. But we also know the shit that's going on inside them doors. I'm not going to stop shopping nowhere because of Rick Ross. But if for some reason our favorite shop decides to, never mind, I'm going to stop while I'm ahead. But I'm just
no. Get it off.
No.
What I tell, don't
The economy's in a crazy time. The economy's in a crazy time.
Ain't no question. I see. Okay, I think I kind of see your point. What you kind of saying is like this. Let me see if I can narrow that shit.
I'm not from cancel culture.
Right. No. What you saying is with the state of how the cannabis industry is right now.
Yes.
The people that's running these dispensaries and working in this industry need to really take a look at what's going on and see if they need to exit.
I'm not saying no. I'm not saying look at to see if they need to exit. You know, if
what you recommend they do,
make dollars. I don't know. Like I said, I worked in a business. I worked with a cannabis company where they did everything right. They tried everything they could. We went through hell and high water to be in compliant. I don't see them standing there no more. We have friends who had the dopest shop in LA. I don't care what nobody says. Aesthetically, product-wise, staff, you know, they had parking, they did events, dope spot. Again, they weren't able to stay above water. Like we are seeing this in real time. You know, I don't know what I would do. When I was there, it didn't work out. I had to pivot. I had to find something else. Like it just what it was. So it's just like, we don't know what the times are bringing. We really don't. But does it look like it is in the cannabis industry's favor? Not in all areas. Not for small business.
Yeah, with the way
unless you got some hell of a capital behind investors. I don't know. If someone knows out there and wants to call me out and come on the podcast and educate us on some shit of what or what's looking or what's being done wrong or whatever, like please shut me up. Shut me up. Like, because I'm not saying there's an end all be all, but if I'm missing a piece that I'm not seeing, please come on and let us know. Let us know something. But for me, it's not making sense. You know, it's not making sense. Everyone's doing the best they can, everything they can, you know, even like when old girl came on the podcast, she was just like, you have people like preying on us on small business. She was very transparent. Go watch Best Way to Smoke, our interview with Aja. She was very transparent on how everything was behind them dispensary doors of a small business. And it's hard to watch. It's hard to watch. So I'm not going to keep trying. Like, if you want to, like, I don't blame the person who's who just met its wits end. Like, I'm watching everyone dry.
Right.
That's
and that right.
I don't think Rick Ross wants shit. That's me personally. There might be someone there. Probably, I get what you're saying 1,000%. There probably is someone he's going to be able to move. He don't move shit in my life. So I looked at it like comedy. I looked at it like like, you know, it's been around for ages before us. It's going to be around ages after. Whether these legal shops, like whether they kill them or not, because that's what they're doing. It's like a slow kill. Like
it's a narrative.
People are still going to find their way.
Yeah, it's a narrative.
But I hate that it has to go this way.
Yeah, it's a narrative. You know what I'm saying? That's created because based off this topic and talking about what Rick Ross said, I think it could have just been said in a different way, right? You could have gave a shout out to supporting Granny House. You feel me? And you could have gave a shout out to supporting legal dispensaries that's trying to handle their business and do their thing. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's just like any lane. You know what I mean? If you in a lane and you creating and doing something, and somebody come and shit on your lane, it's, you know, you're gonna keep moving, of course, though, but you're gonna look at that motherfuckers, even if it don't affect you at all, you're gonna look at that motherfucker sideways like this nigga and keep it moving though, man. What I say is like this though, you know, find your best way, however you find your best way. But I think I'm coming along more on the side over the past maybe like a little bit over a year to more so like supporting these dispensaries and stuff though. You know what I'm saying? to the best of your ability. Don't go hurt your pockets or nothing like that, though. If you gotta go on the side of granny house, handle that business, because if you saving a little dollars though, but when you able to go support them local dispensaries that's in your area, you know what I'm saying? Because I guarantee they know what's going on and they have an understanding. That's why, like, I'm gonna keep beating this upside the camera head, you know what I'm saying? The lens, they have a lot of deals. It's a lot of deals. I could go online right now on Weed Maps and you see so many different deals for different products and actually quality products and stuff like that too, though. So, man, don't be afraid to go. Just because we know the prices is high, that's not store wide. So tap into some of these dispensaries. Go online. You know what I mean? Or you know, or go push up and tap in with them though. You know
And
what
I'm
I
gonna
mean?
watch the you said it's High Mag. I'm gonna watch the full interview because I didn't all I see was that clip. So I don't really know
Right.
how to judge what he's saying off of just that one clip. He could have been showing support, but people want to get rage bait.
Right.
I don't know. I didn't see it, but I'll go watch it, see what it's about.
Right.
You know.
Look, and this is I was gonna say January. This is June 1st. This is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. And we actually had a topic that we finna get into right now, though, just a little bit. We're gonna kind of touch on it a little bit. You know what I mean? And this topic is it's a little bit touching to me for me, because I done ran across different interviews and stuff like that of people talking about situations, you know, like this when it comes to mental health for a man, you know, as far as being a youngin and messing with an older woman. You know what I'm saying? Like in the urban community, you know, we like pat on our back. We like bigged up for doing things like that. Oh, we got an older woman to choose us, though. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And my first experience was with an older woman. You feel me? And I was 14 years old. You know what I'm saying? And she was 19, 20 years old. You know what I'm saying? And when I was just, it's a trip though, but I want to play this clip real quick. And then we're gonna have a little conversation, a little dialogue.
A lot of Black men may be sexualized or sexualize their pain because of unresolved sexual trauma. You would probably believe, but some would not believe, the many men that have come into my office who have come to talk about relational issues, who talk about their sexual prowess, who talk about their sexual behavior, and oftentimes 6 months, 7 months, as the relationship between he and I is joined to a level of comfortability and trust, I often find that there is sexual trauma, there is rape, there is abuse, there is mishandling that now gets sexualized because as an adult, and even in an unconscious way, that sexualized behavior gives that individual some sense of control in the moment.
Hey, that shit hit deep though, right? Because it made me think about something like when you young, like I know me when I was younger, you know what I'm saying? Like seeing dudes maybe a couple years older than me, like messing with the grown woman in the neighborhood or whatever, and it was like it was like a big thing. You know what I'm saying? It was like nigga, he the man. You know what I'm saying? But it's really like he ain't a player. It's really like he's not a player. He's a child. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's not a player. He's a child. And it comes with a lot of manipulation. Like I said before I played this clip, when I was 14, I was in a, you know, having sex with my first time having sex was with a woman that was she was 19, 20 years old. You know what I'm saying? So it was, I couldn't even rationalize that in a way to say I understood the emotional feeling of the situation. I knew it felt good and all that, but just to understand the emotional feeling and the emotional attachment that it created, just even being that young and not really having an understanding and getting into that and the manipulation that comes with that, because there was, like, when I think back on it, there was manipulation in that situation. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I thought I was the man and shit. I'm telling the
I was
homies
about
like,
to ask you that.
I thought I was the man. I'm like, I'm telling the homies, I'm popping nigga, move. You know what I'm saying? And they like, nigga, that's right. You know, it's like it was just like a whole, it's like a whole different different feel that doesn't really have understanding, and to understand that that's really abuse. It's really like it's abuse, it's manipulation, and it can create, in some people it can create a sense of like how can you say, like a false sense of security, like to feel like you in control. And it can make relationships as you get older turn into situations to where you want that control, because when you were younger, somebody was in control of you, even though you liked it, but somebody was in control of you, like mentally and physically. So it's you know what I mean? It's like, and then it's like a learning process, because it took me years to even think about that. I thought about it in my early 30s. Now I'm thinking about it more like a nigga really like went through something though.
And you didn't
And
even realize it was manipulation.
right, I didn't even realize it was the manipulation, but like rehearsing certain things, like reliving certain things that me and her did and stuff like that. Yeah, it was a lot of manipulation. But even though she gave me money, you know what I'm saying? That was some form of manipulation. She bought me clothes, shoes, like bought me all kind of things that I wanted. You know what I'm saying? That she knew that I liked, Nintendo games, you know what I'm saying? Sega Genesis games and shit, all kind of little different things that she knew that I was into, just to keep me around. And she was in a situation where she was fucking with other dudes, right? She was fucking with other dudes, which this is on the low, because this was my homie's sister. You know what I'm saying? So this was
So
on the low,
you were on the low,
right?
but she was okay. So it wasn't like really nobody to be like, yo,
Right.
this ain't it, right?
Right. So, but then here's where some manipulation came in. It would be situations where, like, me and her brother would be going, because nobody knew what was going on for a time period. It came out eventually, but we would be going out to mess with girls our age. And it would be a situation where it'll be attitude or getting mad, or you know what I'm saying, and to where sometimes I wouldn't go. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't go,
Okay.
do different things though. So just even like understanding like that now. And I think about my kids, you know what I mean? Like I wasn't the dad, like when you 16, I always like when you 16 or something, man, go get some pussy. Go, you know what I mean? Go do your thing or whatever. It was more, I was always like, take your time. Don't rush to do nothing. Asking questions. Are you having sex? If you are, here goes some condoms. Make sure you use a condom. And we all know with boys, once they start staying in the bathroom for a long time, you already know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? When they hit that certain age and they in the bathroom longer and they still come out a little musty. You know what I'm saying? you already know what's going on, though, man. But it's just, it makes you grow up faster.
Yeah.
Because here's another it's like a false sense of reality, right? Because you messing with an older woman, not only like
You see all the options and possibilities of
right,
like, oh, this is what grown folks is doing and getting and the yada yada yada.
right.
You're not exactly staying in your lane and doing what you should be doing because you already got exposed to something else. You already got exposed to grown folks' business and stuff like that. Like in a way, you know.
Yeah.
And it's a big double standard. No one's sitting here like, unless it's like other women, you know, no one's sitting here like, well, I don't want to just say other women, but like protecting the boys like that, you know, like it's like they, like how you said, you get the handshake, you get the, oh, okay, you know, like, and, you know, all this, like, but it's a huge double standard. No one's holding that girl accountable.
Yeah.
you know, like it would be if it was the other way around.
Right.
Let it be a 19, 20-year-old boy and a 14-year-old girl, and people would lose their minds.
Man.
Lose it.
Man. Ain't no question. And it's a trip though in certain states. Like the age ranges on consensual, like if the parents is okay with it, like they got some states is 14 years old, you know, and it makes it 16. I haven't seen nothing 13 though, but it makes you think though, like back in the days, it was a free fall though. With I think more so it was probably more accepted with older men and younger women, like way back in the days though. You know what I'm saying? Because I even remember when it comes. I even remember when it comes to the women. Like when I was in middle school, the ballers in the neighborhood pulling up. You know what I'm saying? And they whips picking up some of the middle school girls and shit though. And these niggas is grown, 19, 20 something years old. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I want to say in the South too. It's more like the range is more acceptable as well. Like it's just like a kind of, you know, like it happens, man. It definitely happens. And you're right. I think like now more than ever, people are starting to pay attention to like our boys more, you know, like now it's like they're really leaning into like the men's mental health and like the boys' mental health. And like now they're starting to really see like it's not just the girls, you know, like people are starting to make noise about that. So like that's why, listen, always keep speaking up for like the men's mental health because it's not spoken about enough, you know.
Right.
It's not spoken about enough. And like and no one ever talks about the trauma it can create as you get older.
Bingo.
You know?
Bingo.
No one talks about that with men. No one talks about that with men. And by the time you want to kind of break that shell with the man, he's like, wait a second. You know, like it depends on the man. I'm just speaking of like, you know,
but it's that
speaking.
Yeah, it's that strong black man trap. It's the strong black man trap. You're supposed to be strong. You're supposed to be this though. But in reality, most black men and most black boys in urban communities are seen as threats, athletes. You know what I'm saying? Or more so like sexual objects. Like we never really considered a black man, a black boy is never really considered a victim unless a crime happens. You know what I'm saying? But just in the realm of society, we're never really considered the victim of anything. We're always the ones that's supposedly the threats. You know what I'm saying? Or causing the issues and the harms and stuff like that though. But when you really think about it, that's why a lot of dudes don't speak up. And I'm glad, like in the climate that we in now, though, it's a lot more men speaking up. It's so many platforms of different you know, podcasts and different people that sit down and have these tough conversations to really bring it to people's attention. Like we go through stuff too, though. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I think it might take the woman that you with. It starts with you though. You know what I'm saying? It starts with you to be able to be vulnerable and get to a point where you have an understanding of them traumas. And you can look back and think and be like, damn, you know, maybe this is probably what triggered me to act out in this way, or this is probably why I have a lot of sexual partners. You know what I'm saying? This is probably why I'm promiscuous and I'm getting down like this. I'm not ready to settle down because I started at a young age. I started when I was 14 years old. So all I know is, okay, I'm dealing with this older woman. All she really wants from me is sex. She ain't looking to really just have a conversation and talk all the time. She want me to poke her. You know what I'm saying? So now that could create a situation where you put for a man or a person to put their value into sex. So now my value is into the sex. So now this is the way I can control a situation or manipulate a situation is through sex. Now, as a man, now I'm on top of the woman or whatever, or however, giving it to the woman, and now I'm in control. So it's
like shifts a role. It shifts a
Right. So look,
It should roll in somebody's mind.
Right. So we want to keep the show moving though, but this is the beginning of Men's Mental Health Month. This conversation will be had again. It'll be like a part 2 to this conversation because I do have more stuff to talk about with it, but I just want to kind of keep it rolling so we can get out of here and so Pop can get back to them knee-deep pork ribs. You know what I'm saying?
I'm about to go base them right now.
Man, ain't no question. All right, so here we go. We finna jump on this.
These niggas talking out of their neck. I'm putting no coughing out of your mouth. I'm way too paranoid for threats. Hey, let's get it, bro. DOT, the money, power, respect. The last one is better. Say yes, a lot of goofies with a check. I mean,
yeah. Look, hey, this is 900 Radio. We back with something. Y'all did you see the freestyle with Jay-Z, Pop?
I seen a few shots.
A few little snippets. So yeah. we shouldn't get no copyright strikes for this though, because it's a freestyle. You know what I'm saying? And this off somebody's phone. You know what I mean? So let's tap into it though, and we're gonna talk about it after.
The leprechauns have magically run out of praise. Your son on the federal jail line mumbling something about having too much in his drink. You know how dumb that is? Another one fumbled his, wonder how I get the blame. Niggas' teeth is tumbling out their mouth and somehow I'm the one who done it. It's a murder mystery game. You had to catch Cal and thunk it. Was you who punked his? I'm the one who strung the pain. That hill you can die on. There's way too much flack that comes from those planes. I'm killing them softly. What's understood don't need to be explained. You want it one way, it's the other. I steal on you suckers, I maul you niggas gang. I ain't much for me, it's no how. Cancel the brunches, I remember the hunger pain. The price of the bricks going up. It's gonna cost you a beat to even say my name. You ever heard of a wonderkin? My children is some of them. Have you niggas no shame? Y'all trying to get under skin? I really get under skin. As unharmed player. Y'all thugs with y'all thumbs again. Everybody think they're the ones insane. You're no maniac. Watch y'all saniac in my presence, nigga, straight. I need a new therapist. This shit is not working. I'm truly on the brink. Y'all better not encourage him. Y'all don't want me to think these thoughts that I think. That nut-ass nigga still stuttering. And Chatty Patty down on his luck again. Quest introducing me to Jaguar. I don't know why I still fuck with him. You wonder why I do the freestyle rehearsal. That lady back on the stuff, she sound like she in love with him. Her kid can't even take their kids. Enough of them. A rapper can't be my eye. I got MAGA Republicans. Them shots came from the very top of the government. Good luck with them. I'm governed by God. You trying to break the government. I prayed for 40 days. My neck get flooded again. Wrists get flooded again. My net worth went up again. My next update, the jig is up. Nigga, I'm up 10. Wrong chart, champ. You gotta look up again. Niggas look up to Hov. I never looked up to them. The crackers got your publishing gangster. Go talk tough to them. Don't talk success to me. You niggas is workers. In perpetuities, how your contract is worded. Don't make me go first, man. The roots remember, even when the trees pretend. Not too much of my name. Don't forget who I am. Hattie loves her Shawnees. S-H-A-W-N. I find it adorable she put the S at the end. You don't know, the show ain't even begin. I said you don't know, the show ain't even begin.
Hey, before I get into that part, I think that was dope. That show was in Philly. Right. and he had State Property came out, Benny Siegel, all them with all the shit that been talked over the years. it was dope. It was actually dope to see, see state property up out there. All the Philly guys and stuff like that. You know what I mean, representing. But this nigga went at everybody that had something to say, though. You know what I mean?
Break it down for us, Big J. Break it down.
So
break it down.
When he was talking about your teeth falling out your mouth and all that, with you know what I'm saying? Dame Dash, yeah, he on Dame Dash. So he spit something for Dame Dash. He got the only thing that I say was kind of like maybe like a little corny to me was the Tory Lanez. I could say like Tory Lanez, everybody else is out here free to respond and all that, freely and get at him. You know what I'm saying? But Tory Lanez it ain't too much he could really do right now, though. You know what I'm saying? To respond, though. But I think the timing, it was unexpected. But I guess for an artist like Hove to do it, you know what I'm saying, to do it when he won't, that's what it is, though. But the flow was dope. The flow was definitely dope. How he did Nicki Minaj, he didn't even really say too much, though. Said she back on that dope again. But the flow was dope, though. I'm not mad at it, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at it, though. What you think about it? You over there froze like a motherfucker, though, Pop. C-Pop having technical difficulties over there. You know what I mean? Right, she having technical difficulties right before the pop off. Right before the pop off, though. But I think hold on, let me see this part right here, though.
You know how dumb that is? Another one fumbled his, wonder how I get the blame. Niggas' teeth is tumbling out their mouth and somehow I'm fumbling. The leprechauns have magically run out of pranks. Your son on the federal jail line.
That nigga said the leprechauns have suddenly run out of faith. That's crazy. That's crazy, though, man. But hold on, let me take this off. Damn, outfit change and everything.
It wasn't an outfit change. I just got more service now, or more light, I should say.
Oh, that's the same outfit?
This is the same outfit. I was just in the dark a little bit.
Damn, I don't know. That should look different like a motherfucker, though. But yeah, I gave my spill on it, Pop, though. What you think about the flow, though?
I feel like a lot of people had a lot to say, about Jay-Z over the past few years. So, and he hasn't said anything. I don't know why now. I don't know. Maybe he's fed up. But I feel like it was something good for hip hop. For sure. I think it's good for hip hop. I didn't get the Tory Lanez reference. I know you tried to explain it as my Wi-Fi was tripping. But that was the only one I didn't get. I didn't understand what he was saying, but
when he said like your son fumbled the bag or some shit he said about his son. He was like your son. He was talking to his dad and the Tory, though. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I don't know. But I'm glad he kind of clapped back a little bit, because it was like, don't be coming on the stage with no old shit. Like, come with something, like, in the heat of like how hip hop is right now. I feel like he should have came how he came.
Yeah, his timing is his timing. I don't know if you caught what I said earlier, though. I was like, the timing is a little different because it was unexpected, but him being the artist that he is, it's his timing. You know what I'm saying? So,
well, shit, right. He was popping out. Everyone knew he was popping out.
Right.
You're in Philly. It's very competitive when it comes to rap when you're, in the tri-state like that. So there was no better way or time to come. Like, if you're going to pop out in Philly, like, make it count.
Right.
Make it count,
But I wouldn't say it's the best that I've heard though. But the flow, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't like all that, like to where it was like, oh shit, oh man,
No, it was just
he
it's
killing
like
niggas to the point.
it's the right. It's the wordplay that he used, you know what I'm saying? And it was like, no, he hasn't said nothing to nobody in a while.
You know,
That's why it was like, okay, this is making news, a little bit. It's like he hasn't said nothing. He
he
hasn't responded to
basically
no
did some
tweet or
Kendrick
nothing in a
shit.
while.
He did some Kendrick shit. You know what I mean? Oh, everything
Man,
just popped out of
listen, it was
nowhere, like how he came out with the Three Kings, talking about ain't no Three Kings, just me, and set
his
off the
timing.
whole
Your timing
thing.
is your timing, right?
Yeah.
And it was just like that's when it should count. That's when it should count. When you're like, you know what, fuck it. I'm gonna step out here and bust a freestyle. Like, not on no Twitter shit, not on no, like, whatever. It's like he's like, okay, I'm gonna make this count. I'm gonna make this festival go viral right quick,
And he did that
and
though. It's been all over. It's definitely a trending topic. That's why we talking about it. You know
that's
what I mean?
it. That's it, right?
On
So,
everything.
right, I was here for it a little bit, and it is regardless of who feels what about the other person. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, it's just like I said, it's just good hip hop. It's
Ain't
just
no
good hip
question.
hop.
I agree. I agree. Let's see what comes from it. Cause I mean, Dame Dash is not a rapper. I mean, I
Dave's
don't
gonna go
know.
on 50 more interviews. That's what he's
Yeah,
gonna do. 50
yeah.
more interviews, wildin'.
I
That's
don't
what he's
know
going to
if
do.
Nicki. I don't know if Nicki Minaj is gonna respond. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? He
She
think
should. Remember when
man,
she responded to Megan?
man.
She should come like that. Actually, who got her Instagram live? Is she still on Instagram? She made a beat on live and just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, whether you feel like the freestyle was good or not, it was just kind of like,
How she
again, I
did
feel
it,
like it's good for hip hop. It's like, oh, you got something to say? Boom. Like, you on live making beats now and you drop a diss track. Like, you
man.
know,
Ain't no
make it like
question.
that. If you're gonna come saying something, do it like that. Forget the Twitter rants. Put it in the music.
Ain't no question. Ain't no question. And on that note, you know what we about to do? We about to.
I need my phone call. Welcome to the pop off. Can you
What
see
you
me?
want
Where
me to
can you see
do?
me at?
On both of them. You want me to? Which one? You want me to bring the other one up?
Yeah, bring the other one up.
All right. I'm gonna remove this one. You out of here.
Boom. Oh, you can see me?
Yep.
Okay. Welcome to the pop off. Thank you for getting through the technical difficulties with me right quick. So, few questions I got for today's pop off.
Let's
Do you
go.
feel like are podcasts replacing radio as the voice of the culture?
Yes. Yes. Because
BJ.
yeah. You can't hear me? Can you hear me?
I should have never got off my phone. Can you hear me?
Yeah. I hear you. Oh man, Big Snoop Dogg. Back up in the Heezy, baby. You jocking my style. He's so crazy. Dre said, ain't no limit to this. As long as we drop gangster shit. Look here, boo, you're fine and I dig your style. Come chill with a player. Do it doggy style. I'll be gentle, sentimental. Oh, we did it in the rental, Lincoln Continental. Go ahead. I was just
All
rapping for the
right.
people.
All right. So with speaking of hip hop, with freestyling coming back, not coming back, but like making its rounds out here, do you feel like it was a lost art in hip hop at one point? Freestyling?
No, 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 no. I never felt like it was a lost art because I be watching the battles and shit though. I I watch a lot of the battles and stuff like that. So battles been going on every year, all the time. I never felt like it was a lost art. Maybe in the no, yeah, not at all. Not even with mainstream artists either, though.
You don't feel like we're mainstream?
No, because if you think about it, it was a lot of shit. Niggas been dying. Niggas been dying from this rap shit, and then on top of that, it's always been something going on, whether it was on our radar or not. It always been
True.
something going on in the realm of sneak dissing, and going back and forth and stuff like that with different artists, whether young or older.
Okay, so whether it's mainstream or not, you feel like it was never lost. It was just, I feel like it's niched down in a sense. Like it was something that started hip hop, but now it's not like the main thing anymore. Now it's not like how you said broadcasted everywhere. I feel like you have to have a certain personality, a certain ear for the freestyles.
Right.
Not everybody, it's not meant for the mainstream. I don't think everyone got has the same like thick skin for it. Let me say.
Sesh with Cage. What's the topic, Pop? They say I feel like I know the topic, but fill me in.
Is freestyling becoming a lost art in hip hop? We just got finished wrapping up the Jay-Z freestyle on 900 radio, so we're talking about is it becoming a lost art in hip hop.
Yeah,
So
like I said, I
you're gonna
don't
go
think
with
so.
no.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay. Do you feel like hip hop still has gatekeepers?
Oh yeah, that's not going. They gonna always be by them gates. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, it has gate. Hell yeah, it has gatekeepers, and it depends on who you fucking with though. It's so many different stories that's out there public, and certain stories that I've heard from even from to the lowest level. So yeah, it's gatekeepers out there for sure, for
Mm-hmm.
sure. They ain't going nowhere.
Right. I like when Joe Budden said like who's at the gate
Huh.
because gatekeeper or not, you gotta keep going. It's still like there's still people out here. Like I love the underground scene is way better. I feel like when it comes to music than like the mainstream in a way.
You
You
think
got
so?
like some yes. If you think about like a lot of like think about rap, right? Think about your favorite hip hop artists.
Right.
Think think about their mainstream and think about the stuff that you put on that like some of your favorite hits that didn't make the radio.
Okay.
Like
So you would
Nicki when she was free.
consider that
Think about
underground,
Fab.
right? So if it don't hit the radio, you consider it underground, even though it might still be popular. The album might be popular, but these certain songs didn't reach the radio. Sesh with
Do you
Cage
feel
said
well?
not enough gatekeepers.
Isn't that what underground
LOL.
is? What do you say?
Sesh with Cage says not enough gatekeepers. LOL. Oh,
Man,
not good enough gatekeepers. My bad. LOL.
do you feel well? Essentially, isn't that what underground is? Not making the radio,
No, because you can
not
have
mainstream.
you can have a mainstream artist. Just say how Kendrick dropped the album, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he might have 4 songs that's on the radio, and 8 of them is not on the radio though. You wouldn't call that underground. It's a mainstream
I'm
artist.
thinking. I'm thinking about like you got Fab still dropping mixtapes, right? No one has ever denied his musical ability at all, ever. Whether he was on the radio or off the radio, his consistency has always been there. He might have some stuff that's mainstream, he might have some stuff that's underground. Whatever project he drops is gonna be fire. Like can they really go back to underground after they get mainstream? Maybe not, like when their name is buzzing like that, but I'm thinking of like Nicki's mixtapes before she became mainstream, like the just in general before it hit the radio.
Hmm. Yeah,
you
I
know
mean, Sesh with K said I never thought about it like that. That's but you may have a good argument. No, I never looked at. I look at underground like some of the people that be at these cannabis sessions rapping. You know what I'm saying, on stage. Like I look at that more like the underground, and
Like
you know,
okay.
local artists and stuff like that. If you're a mainstream artist, period, and Fab has been in the mainstream. You know,
Yeah,
he
he's
done
been in
dropped.
the mainstream.
Yeah, he done dropped. I don't consider him an underground artist.
No,
I
I'm not
consider
saying
him a
no.
mainstream artist. So, but you know, a mixtape from a mainstream artist.
Would you consider him mainstream anymore?
Yeah.
I feel like he has some mainstream hits.
I look at it like this: if an artist has ever been in the mainstream realm with longevity, he had
Right.
longevity as a mainstream artist. He didn't just have like one hit or two hits that was mainstream and then he fell off. He didn't drop out mainstream albums and shit like that though. You know what I'm saying? So with an artist being a mainstream artist with longevity, that's a whole different look. I would never
Yeah.
consider them like an underground
Going
artist.
back
Right.
underground.
Right. Now
No, I get
that's why they call it
right.
a mixtape. You know what I'm saying? That's why they say I'm dropping a mixtape. I'm dropping, whatever I'm dropping and shit though, versus saying, oh, this is an underground whoopty wop, because they still wanted to touch who it's gonna touch. And with them having the mainstream success, it's definitely gonna touch more people anyway. You know what I'm saying?
True. What was my initial question? Hold on.
I forgot.
Okay, boom.
The initial question
So
is, how tender is the knee deep pork ribs? You know what I'm saying? But go ahead.
I just
Though.
based them. We'll get
That's
back
right.
to them.
That's right.
Okay. So coming back to what we talked about with Rick Ross in the cannabis industry, right?
Okay.
Do you feel like rappers and entertainers should invest in cannabis businesses with the climate it's in today?
I would say, yeah, to each is their own. You know what I'm saying? If I would say yes, just overall, I would say yeah. You know what I mean? It depends. It's so many. How are we investing into this industry? What is the investment finna be? So if it's an overall, most definitely invest. Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Do you feel it's better to build a personal brand or a company brand?
A personal brand, both. Shit, both. You know what I'm
Throwing both out
saying?
there.
Yeah, both. Because if you build a personal brand, they're gonna be connected. They're gonna still be kind of intertwined. So if you're working on both of them, it works. You feel me? It works. They're gonna help each other. Hey, look, K Sess with K said ribs question mark. Give me a piece, please.
I got you. I'm making some teriyaki ribs. And yes, it's a swine. I'm sorry.
That's right. That's right.
I'm sorry. Okay, men's mental health. How does growing up without emotional support affect adult relationships? I know we kind of already touched on that in a sense.
Wait. Say it one more time, Pop, because I was reading. Hold on, before we move on. Cecil Cage said yes if they are supporting minority sections first in the industry. That's YT dominant. But go ahead.
For the company brands, I'm guessing she's responding to.
Yeah.
That's right, Kay. Okay. How does growing up without emotional support affect adult relationships?
Now that's a deep one though. If growing up without any emotional support, oh man, you're gonna be a toxic motherfucker though. You know what I'm saying? Unless you channel a way to say, I didn't have this when I was younger. Let me make sure I build this in myself. If you don't do that, you're gonna be toxic. Because you ain't finna try to hear nothing nobody's saying. You're gonna think you right. You know what I'm saying? It's always gonna be the opposite of what somebody else. Your emotions gonna probably be all over the place.
Talk to him, Big J.
Man.
Talk to him, Big J.
Ain't no,
Keep
ain't
going.
no
Emotions
question.
gonna be all over the place.
Man, you gonna be you gonna be all over the place. You gonna be, man, you gonna be causing arguments intentionally, unintentionally. You know what I'm saying? Just because your emotions is out of whack. You don't know how to control, you don't understand your emotions and none of that. You know what I'm saying?
Big J's
Oh,
cutting it
man.
up today during this. Whoa! It is the Big J show.
It's Man's Mental Health Awareness Month. It's the
It is
start of
Men's
it,
Mental
man.
Health Awareness Month. Shout out to June 1st. And this is going to be
Yep,
our wave all month, every
man,
Monday. And Big J is
man,
going to cut up every Monday.
man. Help
So,
me,
yes, it's
please.
anyone without emotional support,
Yep,
yeah, will affect adult relationships. I feel like not having emotional support as an adult still affects like it affects you today. You know what I'm saying? Like you
I
don't
can agree.
necessarily need like you might not need like other like you're grown at a certain age, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like when you go through like waves in your life, you need some type of support. You need a support system,
Yeah,
so in general. So
yeah,
growing up, absolutely, that could definitely cause some trauma in your adult relationships for sure.
yeah.
But even like I feel like there never comes a time where you shouldn't have support, you
Ain't no
know.
question. Ain't no
You know what
question.
I'm saying?
Even if you gotta go talk to a therapist and find the support that way. However, you need to get the
Hmm.
support, go get the support, man. Don't just leave it on your shoulders and leave it in your mind. You know what I'm saying? That goes for anybody. You know what I mean? Man or woman. Shit.
Do you know what a victim mindset is, Big J?
Oh, ain't no
And
question.
if you do, break it down for me real quick. Break it down for the people real quick.
A victim mindset is a person that always thinks that everything is against them. You know what I mean? Even if you trying to explain something to them that might help them, they might turn it into an argument and think that you're coming at them, and you're trying to put them down or trying to make them feel bad or different things like that. You know what I'm saying? Just in generally, somebody that always thinks the world is against them in any kind of way. Motherfucker might have messed up on your Starbucks order. Now you tripping talking about they don't like me because my name is Tasha or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever the case may be though. Seshwa K said, love it. I gotta go, but love the time I could catch. See y'all again. Stay high. Good looking out.
Thanks.
Mental health is
Thanks for
important.
joining, love.
Yep, for sure.
See you next Monday.
Yep.
Um,
What you
why
think?
do you? Hell yeah, hell yeah. Like I feel like we've talked about it on the women's side and on the men's side.
Right.
Like how that could affect like how things are like today, especially if we're talking about the 80s and 90s babies, like certain things were just like this is what
Different.
it is, we don't talk about it, we don't question it, that's that,
Yep.
yada yada yada. So we move very very different from like to like today's kids, I don't know how to call them, like the today's generation,
Right.
they're actually very like they're very in touch with their emotions, they're very like let's talk about this, in a certain way, like they're more health conscious, I feel like
Yeah, that's
so
true.
like so it was a little bit different from like when we were growing up. It's just like you don't ask, this is what it is and that's it, so it kind of changes like how you move as an adult. Like I like to say like we're the last of like this certain type of generation, because we had that half and half, you
Hmm.
know, a little bit. But
And we wanted to go outside. We always wanted to be outside around this mud. You know what
man,
I'm
we were throwing fits about
saying?
coming inside.
Man, on the real. On the real.
Like I'm going to see my god sister and she was plotting and planning on how we're going to convince these kids to get outside, and I'm like, it's parade season. Like, what do you
Man,
mean? Like
man.
I'm like, we're all planning all types of stuff to do outside, go outside, we're going to go here, we're going to go there, we're going to yada 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 yada, we're going to be in Chicago, so like we're going to be
Right.
out and about. And she's just like, I already know what I'm going to tell these girls when they try to like be Debbie Downers and stay in the room and be on their phone. I'm like, what? You got to convince them to go outside. We have to plan that. Like, are you kidding
Man,
me? You know? And she's
man.
like, yep. And so the options are we're coming out and having fun, or y'all can go to bed.
And these are grown women, other grown women.
No, well, me and my sisters we're talking about how we're getting our nieces like 11
Oh,
and
oh,
13
oh,
to
about
want
the
to come
to come
outside.
outside. Okay, yeah, 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 yeah. That's
Like
crazy.
there's so
Yeah, they just
like
want to be
it's
on the computer or on the game or
right. And it's
yeah,
like my niece's birthday week and we want to there's so many places we want to take her, but she likes to be like cooped up on her phone. It's like, "No, girl.
yeah, yeah, go experience something. Hey,
No, come on outside. We're going to have some fun. We're going to eat some food. We're going to see some shit."
ain't no question. Ain't no question.
Man, okay. So, what role does social media play in a man's self-esteem?
Hmm.
I feel like we've talked about this so many times in a way,
Right.
like, but we've never broke it down like this.
Huh. Social media play. I'm gonna say, okay. First, I want to speak from for me. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Social media plays no part in my self-esteem at all. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right, Big J. That's
I
right.
I use social media for what it's for, and I understand what social media is. So I don't put a lot into it in that aspect of it's affecting me or how I'm feeling because I might see somebody got something going on here, some this or that or no, no, but I do understand how it does, and I've seen it affect other people, whether people troll in comments or whatever the case. Somebody might post something positive, you know what I'm saying, and people trolling in the comments and saying certain things because they feel in a certain way, you know, about what the other person is doing that they not doing or something like that though. So yeah, it definitely can affect certain men's self-esteem for sure.
I feel like it's been killing like men's self-esteem.
Hmm.
We even
Elaborate,
see
Bob.
it. We see it in our comments. Like
Right,
we'll post something from the show. It could be, let's say, our relationship topics.
right,
That's the biggest thing. Like if you want to see, that's the biggest thing where I feel like we see the. I don't want to say the. I don't want to say masculine toxicity, but like
right.
toxic masculinity. But like it's like, but I feel bad. Like in a way, I'm like, why are you feeling this? Like as a grown man, but
Oh,
like
how that one
you
you talking about
see
the one dude?
things.
I remember that one dude was on you with the comments and shit. Y'all was going back and forth and shit.
It ain't even just about one dude. I'm
Right.
saying several. Like you see it. Sometimes I like. There's very rare I entertain it, but like I try to keep up with like our supporters and engage
Right.
with whatever. But people really feel like they put everyone in a box. Like, oh, this is what people do this, women do that, men do this, and yada yada yada. What about the
Right.
girls who do that? And what about like why are you what's going on in your life?
What you worried about
Because if
that
you
for? Right.
man, because it's like there's one or two things. One, it's like these things are not happening around you at all, but it's
Right.
what you see is what you're feeding yourself. So you keep up with the bullshit, right?
Right.
Or it's like who are you really surrounding yourself with to like change your path. Change your path. Like if you're running into if this one who ain't shit and that one's doing this and that like change like
Huh.
I feel like you really see it affect like it's starting to really affect like a man's everyone's self esteem, but like I feel like you see it more in men. like nowadays than you would, because they're just like, what the fuck is going on? You know, they're baffled.
Right, right. Yeah, it's a different climate. It's a different climate too, though. Like kind of in the realm because it's more now. See what I think it is though. I think a lot of you women are shocked a little bit because now with this mental health awareness surge that's going on, a lot of men are speaking their minds about certain things and not just staying quiet. Niggas getting the Twitter fingers and tick, 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 you know what I'm saying? And niggas are speaking their mind. So it's like it's kind of a shock for y'all, for some of y'all, like, damn, this nigga really said this. But that's how he feel, you know, he getting it off. And you know, like a lot of I love when we have our relationship topics, you know what I'm saying? And I got some more clips coming too. But I like when I put the clips out, I be looking like when Pop gonna say something. You know what I'm saying? I be thinking you be waiting to see. Wait a little while before you tap in with the comments.
Ain't no like particular reason why, you know. Sometimes you know.
Right. I peeped it out though. So it's all good though.
If
But
I
I
got the
think
time, you know, I don't got there ain't no particular reason why. I be watching, but like also I'm just like, you know, I get exhausted with the topics sometimes. Like
right,
not our topics, but like
right,
I already know the mindset of like some people who are gonna tap in. I'm like,
right.
here we
But it's
go.
good. It's
Like,
good to have them kind of like them conversations that we do be having. It's good to have them conversations though because it creates more conversation. You know what I'm saying? And it's relatable to people, you know what I mean, to be able to tap in
mm-hmm.
and a lot of people have something to say about it. So even if the topic is not about us, you know what I mean, or how we move or how we get out, to have them kind of conversations and stuff like that, to bring them things up, it just kind of gets the kind of conversation flowing. I'll be ready for the comments though, because I'm not taking nothing personal, you know, because at the end of the day, it's like, you know, people don't know you like that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know,
Right.
believe what you want. Your perception is your perception. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the
We
day,
be like, we be like, should men do X, Y, Z? And then it's like, best way to smoke things, yada yada yada. Like, man, like, oh.
hey, but come in and then for them people that feel like that, that's the opportunity to have a conversation. If you feel like best way to smoke is feels like yada yada yada, come talk to us. We two individual people that can have a conversation and let you know how we get on. And that's the whole point of a lot of these topics, is just to create the conversation. We want to start the conversation. You know, that's why we put it out there. Like, I'll even say some shit, and you can, whoever can believe that it's about me. You know what I mean? And I'm, you know, I'll put the clip out, and then we can have a conversation. Like, I don't like, you know, I do like avocado toast. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's different. It's different things. You know what I mean?
Man, oh man. So bottom line is what? Don't let social media get your self-esteem
Yeah, don't let
in a
it get you out of
bunch.
whack. Yeah,
These
it's
people
just,
don't know you.
and remember, it's social and it's media. That's it. You know what I mean?
That's it.
Oh, everything. You got some more?
That's all I got for today.
Oh, okay. And look, on that note, I like that though. That was some good questions and stuff though. You feel me? So on that note, I want to tell y'all like this though. We definitely appreciate y'all tapping in with us. We're getting ready for Best Way to Paint season 2. You know what I'm saying? We getting ready.
Yes.
You know what I mean? We getting ready
July
for our second one.
26th.
Yep.
July 26th.
Yep.
It's going to be Leo season, so make sure you guys pull up.
Yep.
Oh.
So Leo season means it's pop season. You feel me? That's what that means. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Oh,
So I'm gonna need
everything.
everyone to pop out, you know, in your bright colors. We didn't even discuss the theme yet, you know.
Yep.
who knows what we might do? But however, it's gonna be extra because it's Leo season,
Man.
and that's what we do.
It's going up. Yeah, it's going up for sure, man. We can't wait. We can't wait to do it though. But we definitely got some good stuff coming with this best way to paint thing going on. You feel me? And on that note, I want to tell y'all like this. We appreciate y'all tapping in with us. You can follow us everywhere at Best Way to Smoke with the number 2, not the letters 2, the word. The letters too, but the word. But yeah, tap in with us, and then follow us on our other platforms, which is Big J _BW2S, and you can catch C Pop at what?
C_pop 34. That's C_POP 34.
And what's the other one though?
C Pop Entertainment.
Tap in to C Pop Entertainment. You know what I mean? On everything though, but yeah, we definitely appreciate y'all, and we'll see you guys next time. Best way.
Yeah, you know me, got the tree, got the hemp, got the flare. I'm gon' lean in this chair, about to put this in the air. A little bit of that best way to smoke in the air, nigga.